Hey YouTube, just wanted to bring you another video. It's been a little while since I've done one. Talk a little bit more about the winterization steps that we've been taking. We've already had some cold winter weather, some nights and days where we didn't get above freezing for a couple of days in a row. And so what I did was I've built this little hutch here, kind of a sturdy little frame just to be able to hold the water and to hold the feeders up off the ground. And what I've done is traditionally we've used the little feeders, water feeders like that, and you know, with the cold temperatures and everything, that's not going to work too well. So what we got in here is I've got just a couple of 5-gallon buckets. I've got the float de-icers that you can get at any farm store. In fact, I got these off of Amazon. Actually got a little bit better price, but these are the kind that are made to go inside of a plastic container. There are some that are good for metal stock tanks and other things like that, but you see I got no exposed coils here. They're all protected so it won't melt the plastic. And that's what you want for something like this. Just got it wired up over here to my barn, run across. But underneath I've got these chicken water nipples, and so far you know, we get a little bit of ice on them in the mornings and stuff, but they thaw out pretty quickly. The chickens over there, with the water temperature being what it is with the stock tank heater in there, the chickens are able to use it. Not all of them are using it yet. We've got a handful that are and a handful that aren't, so still trying to get them trained. Any suggestions, you know, be more than welcome to listen to them. Let's see what else we got going on here. The rabbit hutch. One thing about rabbits is we've got these tarps up to block the wind in the wintertime. They really don't need a whole lot more than just to keep the wind off of them. The main thing is their water's free, so we took all the water, the automatic water drippers down, and we have bowls in here that we just have to replace every morning and every evening with fresh water. So as it freezes, we have to knock that down. But you see the tarp I just put up here this afternoon, brand new tarp. What I did was just get a 12 by 9 tarp from Lowe's. It's about $8 or $9. Just cut it in half and adjusted the eyelets. I've got eyelets up under here that we have these things fastened to. You see right here. And just adjusted those little eyelets to match the tarp, and it works great. One of the things that rabbits are, if you don't know, they're kind of nasty. They'll spray their urine all over the place. The tarp that we used last winter, by the time we got to the spring, it was pretty nasty and corroded and worn through in a couple places just from the acidity that's in their urine. It's actually quite corrosive. And so we got rid of that, let them go throughout the summer without one, and now we've got another one on for this winter. So that's probably a thing that we'll have to do every winter, is after we've hit spring, discard those tarps and then do it again the next fall. So let's go over and take a look at the goats, and I'll show you what I did over there. So over here in the goat shelter, let me duck down here so I don't bang my head. I've got a hay feeder that I built, and all I did was use a scrap pallet down underneath as the base, and just filled in a couple of slats with a couple other pallet boards that I used. Had some of these post boards that were left over from building the shop, and basically just kind of pieced this thing together from scrap wood and pallet wood. And what I've got here is they can access the hay here on either end, and then I got a couple dividers here where they can access, you know, here, here, and here, and the same on the other side. And it's about perfect for a square bale, and I think this is going to help us out a lot, be able to bring a whole bale of hay in here and be able to keep it dry. We've been using just the little wire, a piece of a cattle panel with bungee cord over there next to the fence. We usually put a little bit in the morning, a little bit in the evening, and they go through it. It falls down the ground quite a bit. If it doesn't rain, we're able to pick it back up, but you know, with the winter weather and everything like that, that's not really an option. It rained pretty much solid yesterday for about 20 hours straight, so they weren't able to get any hay out here. But with this thing in here, you know, we'll be able to keep it all good and dry. You know, goats, we know that they're sloppy eaters. They'll end up taking a lot of the hay out and dropping it on the ground, and we're okay with that. That's just fresh bedding that they'll get whenever they do that. So they've been actually coming in here and eating their bedding from time to time anyway. So it's kind of dual purpose: hold the hay up, keep it dry, and then as they pull it out, it just kind of refreshes their bedding a little bit. So what else we got over here? Hey Archer, what's going on, buddy? You having a good day? Yeah. So last Saturday we traded the 2 bucklings that we had. We've been trying to get rid of them for quite some time. We traded them for this little black and white. We think she's maybe part Nigerian dwarf, maybe part boar. We're not sure, but she's a stout little thing. She's about a year old, and we're hoping that the Billy will breed her pretty soon. Maybe we'll have kids here sometime in late spring. But she's taken to the herd quite well. First couple of days was kind of rough on her a little bit, but I think she's done okay. Interesting story. If you go back and watch my first rabbit video, we talked about our hutch and everything. In the comments, I mentioned that I got the design from a guy on YouTube named JRS Kick 1. It's his YouTube channel, and I'll link again to his channel. But we met a guy on Craigslist last week in order to trade the goats, and turns out that it was him. And he just lives just a few miles down the road across the county from where we live. So small world, and kind of interesting that you know, someone I subscribe to and learned something from his channel and everything like that live close enough, and we just kind of happened to meet by happenstance. So anyways, just kind of wanted to bring you up to date on what we're doing. It's kind of a last day that we expect to have nice weather in quite some time here before Thanksgiving. You know, it's kind of been a beautiful day. It was supposed to rain both yesterday and today, and of course it did rain all day yesterday, and it was kind of nasty and didn't get a whole lot done, but managed to get quite a few things done today. So I thought I'd show a little bit to you. We've had the chickens out all day long, and normally we don't let them free range, but since we've been outside messing around this afternoon, getting a few chores and a few odds and ends done, preparation wise and everything, that we thought we'd let them out on pasture and let them have fun. So they're certainly enjoying it. But anyways, just want to show you guys what we're doing winter wise, and anyways, talk to you guys later.